Check. Not for sure if we are live yet. Making sure everything's working right. I don't see anybody in here yet, so it may not be working. I apologize. We've been having storms. I don't know if it's coming through or not. I'm hoping it does, but you never know if it will or not. Trying to get it on my phone. Check. Oh, we got some people here. All right, never mind. We are live. Okay. Well, I can't tell on my phone. I'm trying to get it up. I don't know where my earbuds are. Pops is here. What's up, Easy? What's going on, Shay? Just trying to get, okay, trying to get this thing up and running so I can see y'all. Apologize. It's been one of those days. I've got quite a bit looked at, but I didn't get a chance to get everything out. And the next thing I know, I look up and it's literally 8:50, 7:50. And anyway, all right. Anyway, I hope everybody had a good week, good weekend. I see Deborah's here. What's going on? Appreciate it. Glad everybody's here. Said I'm just trying to get everything situated. It's been a long day. Anyway, got some pretty cool stuff from the show to go over that I went to this last week. I'm working on the video. I don't know when it'll be out. Hopefully soon. I'm thinking about trying another premiere with the next one. I'm not 100% sure. Thought I might ask y'all tonight, what do y'all think about the premiere? I did get the Snake and Mongoose piece that I got asked about this week. I brung it down. Also brung down some of the promo cards somebody had asked about too. And we'll go over some of the stuff I ended up picking up this weekend. And if y'all want to go over that, whatever y'all want to talk about, y'all let me know. But we'll go over. I went to the GM. It was called the GM Truck Swap Meet in Lebanon. Sorry about that. And it's a new. This was the third year I found out that they've had it. It's just a swap meet. There's not really. There was just a couple of trucks there, but most of it was all swap meet stuff. And so I picked up a bunch of this stuff here. A lot of it I got at swap meet. Some of it I actually brung down because I wanted to talk about a couple things. Case looks awesome spinning. I appreciate it. Yeah, I did a few of the. I stopped about right here with the. These are all Beatnik Bandits on the first 3 rows, and I stopped there with actually going through those because I've got some more got to get through. And then the rest of these I just filled up with some red lines, like the Sweet 16, and just a few red lines I had like sitting over here and stuff I had in these cases and stuff. So I started moving everything around. We had the hot birds out last week, so I went ahead and put it in this case here so that as I go through the hot birds, maybe I can spin this and check for variations and make sure that they're all, taken care of when I get ready to display them. The black walls will go in there. Black walls, everything will be on display to 1990, and then the hot birds will probably have another display by themselves. But anyway, that's beside the point. I appreciate it. Thank y'all. Got that one working. There's another one in the floor down here. It works. I've not got my motor in for the other one. The first motor I ordered, it went to the wrong location. So I had to get a hold of everybody, and we finally got that situated, and I'm having another motor that's going to be here hopefully next week. This next week, so then I'm hoping to start on the other case. Remember the case there? Anyway, I still got that one to finish up or whatever. But anyway, we'll go over some of this stuff real quick that I picked up. Then I'll go over those questions in case the person's not here yet. But I did pick up, we'll go over this Hot Wheels stuff last. I did pick up some pretty cool pieces. Probably nothing crazy to a lot of people, but I did pick this up. Thought this was cool. Now, everybody probably knows what that is. No big deal. But this is a radiator fan. It's in a chrome metal surround. But I'm going to put it on the golf cart so that we can have some fan air conditioning while riding on the golf cart whenever it's still out. So I've been wanting to do that. I saw somebody else do that. So I picked that up for 10 bucks. I couldn't believe it. Brand new. And so anyway, that's just going to be for the golf cart. Also, started picking up pieces for my the 83 display. That's one side. I got both sides of this, and then of course I got the lights that go down here, and I'm going to get some headlights, and I'm going to wire those in, some LED lights in, and then I'm going to get the grill in the middle and do probably the 83s with like a full front end, full grill piece for the 83 Silverados. Um, so I picked them up, picked these up. I got to pick a couple of lights up. Also picked this tailgate piece up. Thought this was pretty cool. Not 100% sure if I'm going to use it or not. With the display, it can go up above or below after you get it built. But I may give it to my son to put up in his room if I don't like the looks of it or whatever. But anyway, I got those pieces. Thought those were pretty cool. So now I just got to get the grill to put in the middle. Let me bring this mic a little closer just in case. Not for sure if y'all can hear me or not, because I can't hear myself. I don't have my earbuds in, so apologize if I'm too low on the volumes and everything. Hold on. Maybe need to explain difference of Premiere from regular video release. Not sure if everyone knows what you were talking about. Oh, see, looks good. Everybody says looks good. I appreciate it. The Premiere, I'm not 100% sure if y'all know the difference, between a Premiere and a regular. I'll put the video out. I'm hoping to put a video out this week from this last weekend. But if I set up a Premiere, what it'll be is whenever it's Premiere, it's kind of like a live. Right when it comes on, you can watch it, and I'll be watching it at the same time, and you can comment just like you do here on the side during live. But you'll be watching the video. I'll watch the video whenever it first comes out, and I'll watch it, and then you can comment on the actual video and talk just like we're talking now, except for instead of me being live like I am now where I can talk, I just have to basically like text it over here on this, or chat it over here on this chat area, just like y'all are chatting here, but chat about the video or whatever. But it also, you can watch it right when it first premieres, and also all that interaction helps. The thumbs ups helps, and it kind of pushes it out a little bit more and stuff like that. Yeah, Chris is talking about that. He just put one out yesterday. He does a lot of premieres, and they do really well. It's really enjoying. I try to catch all of his premieres. That way, if I had a question or talk about something that's in the video, I can kind of go in depth a little bit more about it if we want to. And that's pretty cool. Kind of fun way to watch the videos or whatever. So thinking about doing that this next week. If I don't do it this week, it'll be next week, but I'm hoping to do one this week. But I just got to figure out when. Probably be midday or so, so I know a lot of y'all might be at work. But we'll figure it out, and we'll kind of see how it goes. But anyway, now back to this. Like I said, that was some stuff I picked up for the 83 display. This was something I picked up personally I thought was really cool. If you build any old school builds, this is an indie. I like the packaging on this. I'm going to have to take this whole thing is yellowed. I think I'm just going to take this off and then end up vacuum sealing the rest of this. This is just cool old school Hearst boot cover, but finding them made like this anymore is pretty rough. This is like brand new. So I'd like to keep that in case you ever want to build you'll have the original parts. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, later you could pick up one later, but I ended up buying this for $5, and I know it's worth that. And I just like the old artwork and stuff about them. So pretty cool. And to pick one up for $5, I mean, it's crazy to get, about old cars and shifter boots. There's something hiding in the background there y'all might see. Oh, there's that too. But there's a commercial Vitamixer. I don't know if y'all know much about them, but that's a commercial Vitamixer. I bought that at a yard sale on the way home. I buy a lot of this chrome blenders and stuff, and I ended up giving $10 for it, but it's got a big motor in it. If you ever need, I was actually buying it more for the motor than I was the look, because you can take the motor out people just want it for the look. They don't need it to work, so you can take the motor out, still have the look to put up on the shelf, but then you can use the motor for something like that case over there and stuff. But I hadn't took out my part yet. I'm waiting on the motor to come in. Hopefully it works. But that's the main reason I bought that. But it still makes pretty cool display if somebody just wants to put it on their shelf. Because I don't know, somebody might be using a Vitamixer like that, but it's been a long time since that one's been in use. The people I bought it from at the yard sale said they probably only used it a couple of times and it's on the shelf forever. Now let's see what it says on here. Deborah said, cool. Yeah, the interaction's fun on the Premiere. Yeah, I like the interaction on the Premiere too. So if you have questions, you can kind of get them answered pretty quick. Then this guy had this out there for $1. Of course, y'all know the angles, putting in stuff, or if you're just looking for angles on anything, pretty awesome. So for $1, I was going to pick that up. So some pickups this weekend. We'll go over some of them if y'all want to go over those. First thing I picked up, well, we'll just go over this stuff in the back here first. I don't know a whole lot about this. I think I've seen one or two of these, but here is the side of this. This is a Mighty Mike. These are the different back ends that you can change out on this thing. This is from Remco. Got the date 1968 there. Still in the brand new in the package. I just thought that was awesome. I've never seen one of these. I just know Remco stuff's pretty collectible. And being it was from the 1967 there, I thought, well, I'll go ahead and pick that up. And then inside, this thing is like brand new still. And there's the back end of it right there. Still got the hook and everything inside, the cable's intact. And I just was thinking that was just a cool pickup. I don't know a whole lot about it. I'm sure I'll be able to trade it around later. Some of y'all may know more about these than I do. And so anyway, I just went ahead and picked it up, thought it was cool. If any of y'all know more about that toy, y'all let me know. It may be a short run. I kind of looked them up a little bit, but didn't do a whole lot of research. It'd be kind of neat to kind of put the little Jeep that goes with it there on the side too. You know what I mean? I don't know. Like I said, if y'all know more about that stuff, you can let me know. But I thought that was pretty cool. Let me see what's going on in the comments. I see people talking over here. Let's see. Oh, Ron Teresa's here. Hey, Jason and Rebecca. Hey, what's going on, Ron, Teresa? That's fine. No hurry. I know everything's good. Y'all figure out which ones of that. Y'all can just send me the slowest one. They've been testing. Ron Teresa's testing for buses, and they do a lot of the downhill races at the conventions, and they're getting ready for Dallas. I said, y'all, I don't know, y'all might not know. I sent them my buses because I'm collecting them loose anyway, and so they can race those. Figure out which one's the slowest ones, because all I'm going to do is display mine, and I'll put the two slowest ones on display, because it don't really matter to me as long as, you know, they're in good shape. It's all that matters to me. So hopefully they'll do some good with those. And those buses are getting tougher to find. The Snake and Mongoose set buses, just letting you know. So if you've got any and you want to trade them or sell them or anything like that, let me know or let Ron and Teresa know. They're always looking for that. I think they're always looking for those, at least anyway. Everybody's saying hi to Ron and Teresa. Oh, you're talking about the funny cars? Yeah, you'll have to let me know what y'all need as far as the racing cars go, and if I find anything as I go through my collection, I'll pull them out. Don't bother me none. That's Hot Bird. That was Hong Kong base. You know what? I think it was. I want to think it was the. I want to think it was the hot one. That's whenever they did the transition bases, but I'm trying to remember. You can see the color changer is Malaysia base. Yeah, Malaysia base. Looks like the hot ones is probably. Yeah, I thought it. Malaysia. The first Malaysia base I remember was on the hot ones, so the hot ones is whenever they changed it to Malaysia base. I did find my red interior one. It's in the Well, not the one loose, but I found the one in the package. Hoping to find the one loose before too long. Actually, it was over there in a, I'd slid it behind in a box over there, just on purpose, so I wouldn't forget where I put them, and then I forgot where I put them. So, you know how that goes. But yeah, the hot ones was the last one. One of them will have a Malaysia base, and one of them will have a Hong Kong base. Then, really cool is I was talking to the guy. I saw this sitting there. This thing was, I mean, it's in great shape. This side's not open. You can see the box is in really nice shape. The end right here has been open. And he said he thought it hadn't been played with more than once or twice. And I was like, well, I mean, the box is really what I was looking for. So when I pulled this out, y'all see this if y'all watch the video. I pulled this out. When I pulled this out, it was making a weird noise. Um, and then these BP gas station plastic pieces there fell out. Now, I'm not 100% sure what those go to. Might be a Texaco station or something from back in the day. On the bottom, there wasn't anything but a 1, like a date. There was no date code or marked other than a 1. And I just thought those were, I mean, that's like brand new. The stickers are like brand new, like it's never been played with. But anyway, if y'all know what that goes to, y'all let me know. Anyway, that fell out. I thought that was cool. So I probably put that up there in my red line somewhere just because it'd be a cool little display. But the box was phenomenal on this, other than that one corner being open. And the back of the box is great. I've actually got, let's see if I can spin this around here a little bit. I've actually got a couple of them up there. They're up in the top, probably too bright to see up there, but anyway, I got a couple of them up there already, but this box, I believe, beats all the ones that I've got in my collection now. So I'll keep one for the front, keep one for the front, keep one for the back, and then, of course, you got the awesome Mighty Maverick there on the front for the graphics, but then the graphics on this thing's, the stickers and everything, this thing, like I said, is like brand new. The insides, foam. I mean, the picture of that twin, look at that splitting image right there. It's crazy, the sticker, how nice that is. So definitely want to display that. I've got one on display right now. It's really nice, but I think this one might be even nicer. So make a pretty cool display, kind of put it up, you know, maybe like that, put the back showing also next to it. So you can kind of see different playset, whatever. It's cool art. Anyway, ended up picking that up. Thought that was an awesome pickup. I picked that up from him. I also bought a bunch of loose cars from him for $1 a piece. We'll go over them real quick. The only ones I didn't get for $1 a piece was, well, the ones on the very top, those don't matter because those aren't, I didn't get those. These are stuff I had to talk about today. All these I got for $1 a piece except for these two. We'll save those two for last, but for $1, y'all see on the video, I pulled this out. This is the Revers hauling horses. You remember this Rever? It ain't perfect shape, but I don't think anybody's going to leave it for $1. So I picked that up for $1. I actually think that's pretty cool. Ended up picking up this Mercedes. There again, it's not great, but for $1. Yeah, the door's missing, but like I said, $1, I'm going to pick up the red lines for $1. So, painted black base too, by the way. Some of those get hard to find in case you're looking. This one, hard not to pass up any of the Firebird stuff for $1 like that. But this is the serial car, and the main reason I wanted to bring it down is because I was going to thought while I had it down, I thought the bird was a different color than the one that was in my collection. I don't know if I can get that bird to even come in. I'm trying to get it to come in. Anyway, I picked up that, but I also thrown down 2 more that was in my collection because I wanted to show you all the difference. This is what I'm seeing. This is the one I got for $1, and this is the one that I had. You can see the bird's a completely different color on these two. And then I have another one but actually the bird is a completely different color. So it kind of makes 3 different bird colors. I just thought that was pretty cool. I thought I'd bring that down so y'all could see the variations on the colors. It's pretty awesome. So anyway, I'm glad I picked that up for $1. That'll be another color swinging on the tempo for the collection, but for $1. Also picked up this Solaire. You remember this is the Revealers Solaire, and this one had a painted engine, and I can't remember. Matter of fact, I've got one sitting right over here. I need to go. I'll just look at it real quick. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I can't hear what's going on. I think I know where it's at. Actually, I think I moved it. Now that I say that, I thought it was right here. I moved it somewhere. I must have moved. Oh, I moved my Solairs somewhere and put them in a. The Solairs are in a box somewhere because I moved all of them. That was one of the castings. I actually had most of them. I thought I had a lot of the variations. There's a lot of variations on that car. Anyway, we'll go back to that later. But that's the Solaire, and it had a painted motor on the top. Now I can't remember if that was common or not because I can't get this motor hatch open to see. I don't know if the whole motor's open, painted, or just the top. And that might be common. I just can't remember. I'm gonna have to find my Solairs and double check on that. So I picked it up. Picked up this one. Like I said, not nothing crazy, but for $1, they were in such nice shape. I just could not leave them. And that's another reason I picked up a lot of this Matchbox on top. All that was also $1. Now these other two right here, I'll go over real quick. I didn't get for $1. I actually ended up buying the Z-Wiz from him, and it's one with the Hong Kong base. And then I also picked up. It don't have a lot of good each areas there, but this side don't display too bad. But I had to go ahead and pick those two up from him. I think I ended up giving me $5 for this pair, and then I gave $1 a piece for the rest of these over here. I like the funny monies. Whenever I can pick them up, I pick them up because you don't see them a whole lot. And then of course the Z-Wiz. If I can find Z-Wizes in decent shape, especially under $5 in this kind of shape, I'm going to pick them up. So end up picking up both of those. I'll check for variations and stuff like usual, and then trade it around when I'm done. Let's see. I currently don't have any rivers. They're slightly larger scale than same era red lines, right? Yeah, they're a little bit different size perspective, I guess. Now, if you're talking about like a funny car, but if you're talking about like they're slightly bigger because they're just an exaggerated little bit of a body. You know, they would put a rubber band in the bottom. I guess I should have brung some over here. I've got some over there, I think in that twirly case on there. I haven't got to them yet, but the rubber band goes in the bottom, and then there's a white thing that goes on the back. This is broke, and you turn it, and then you let it go. And if you don't know about those, I'll try to bring some of those out this next week. But yeah, you're right. They are a little bit bigger than that. Next, like I said, all these, the only ones I was going to pick up was there was a couple of them I've never seen before, and these motorcycles. But then there were some of them in such nice shape, I just went ahead and picked them up. Now, I don't know a lot about Matchbox, but I do know that I don't see a lot of the motorcycles when they're in this kind of shape. And I'm pretty sure, see, I picked up both of these motorcycles. And both of these, like I said, they were in $1 bin. It was like, there were some really nice. I don't know a lot about Matchbox. There was some really nice shaped Matchbox in there. And to me, I don't know a lot about Matchbox, but it seems like I've had this bike before. I may even have it over there in a case, but I don't have a rider on it. But it kind of seems like this one would have a rider because this one don't turn. But y'all can let me know, does that rider go on that one? Because I've had this one a couple times and I don't ever remember having a rider. I'm kind of thinking this guy needs to go on here, but I haven't looked it up yet. Y'all may know more about that. Like I said, not a Matchbox collector, but when they're in such good shape and they're motorcycles, especially Hondas. I buy the Honda stuff because I like real Honda motorcycles. I've got quite a few. Me and Daddy do and stuff. Oh yeah, this was not a Matchbox, but it kind of got thrown in on the deal. Um, this was the Road Champs. This was a a vintage original Road Champs. This was one from back in the day. I actually had this exact same one when I was little, and this was to compete with Micro Machines, and that was in such great shape. I went and picked it up so I can compare it with mine when I find mine. This was cool. At first, when I looked down in there, I thought for sure I done found the Rolls Royce, it was, but it was the wrong brand. But still in great shape and opening doors for a book. As I said, I had to grab it. Same thing with these two. These are Matchbox, but the yellow on these, I knew a couple of times around in a box of Hot Wheels and cars, diecast beating each other. These wouldn't last long, so I went ahead and grabbed both of them. If any of y'all do Matchbox or into any of this stuff, let me know. Or if you know somebody that's into them, I grabbed them to save them because I know I can trade them around. Somebody collects that stuff, um, the older Matchbox stuff, I'm sure. Uh, this somehow got thrown in the mix. I don't know if that was something that he accidentally threw in there or what, but I didn't actually pick that up. Then I picked these last two up here just because I don't think I've ever seen these castings before. I thought they were kind of neat. They're Matchbox. And of course, y'all probably, some of y'all may know what these are. Like I said, I don't know them that well. That one's called a Silver Streak. Pretty cool. Matchbox. It says Mod Rod on the back for some reason, I think. I don't know if y'all can read that or not. It said Mod Rod, and that's what I liked about the thing. And it was kind of a chrome. And then this thing right here, for some reason, I don't know why, as soon as I saw that, I thought of Demolition Man. It kind of just popped in my head. But this is a Matchbox also. Let me turn it around. I'm trying to remember the name of this one. See if I can get this one to come in. This was a one that I'd not seen either, and I can't get it to come in. So I think it's just called Golden. I don't know, but anyway, I just thought it was cool, and I thought it was neat that the back end opened up. I don't know what he's running under there. Is that's pretty cool detail the way you got that engine popped to the side. It's almost like something out of a Corvair, almost the way that the. So anyway, kind of neat. So I picked that up. Nothing crazy. Um, But I didn't know anything about those. And whenever you see those wheels on the Matchbox, those were, those were like the late 60s, early 70s wheels. They were trying to get back with Matchbox with the super fast wheels and all that good stuff. So, there was some odd stuff back in the day for Matchbox too. They were just trying to compete. I'm guessing. Let's see what this is. The bike, the rider's cool. Reminds me of a Rumbler, really clean also. Yeah, I want to think that bike, I want to put that guy on that police. Matter of fact, I'm going to do it right now. Sorry. Then we'll move on to our next little set of stuff I picked up. I'm going to see if it fits, because if it does, I think I'm going to move it. Because I really don't know. And either way, he fits on both. So I think I like him better on the police car. So we'll put him back on that bike right there for now. Anyway, let's see what it says there. Big Diecast. What's up? Well, y'all doing all right? All right. So next, I picked up this also out of the dollar bin because when I was a kid, I remember having the accelerator, and this was called the speed breakers. But you remember the real ones that come out called speed breakers that had they had a black track, kind of like the Hot Wheels that come out. That was called the speed break. What was they called? The ones that I talked about the other day. I bought the wheels too and stuff. Anyway, I had these speed breakers back in the day come out. They had little things on the outside, little white wheels, and they, used batteries and run around. Anyway, this was a toy, also record breakers, but this one actually was from Burger King. And I don't remember seeing that, so I just went ahead and picked it up because I remember having the real ones when I was a kid. I'm sure I've got them somewhere when I find them, we'll talk about them more. Y'all probably will know what I'm talking about if I had one up here to show y'all. Yeah, diecast fan. Yeah, it does. It fits perfect. So I'm guessing he's going on there from now on. Okay, so some stuff that I also picked up, thought was really cool. Um, if you're into mini trucks, y'all know I've picked up quite a bit of these plastic style vehicles lately. And this was one that I had seen a while back and I didn't pick it up. I wished I would have. And I ended up going back and picking it up. Trying to see if I can get this. There you go. Tootsie Toy. It's called the Custom Cruiser, made in USA. She was asking $8 for it. So anyway, very cool. And yes, I think on the front it's got the oval for a Ford. Might be a Ford Ranger, but kind of looks profiled between a Ford and then a little bit of a Chevy on the back end, but it looks like more of a Ford. Of course, my first truck ever was an '83 Ford Ranger. Just thought that was cool. Then something that really caught my eye when I was walking through, and I looked over and I saw this van here, and I'd never seen this. And whenever I saw this, I just could not put it down. If you look at it there, this thing is it's not great shape. The sticker on this side was pretty rough, but I thought it was cool. It said power and speed. What got me is I kind of look back, and if you're into vans, you see these Dark Angel there on the side. Kind of hard to see. I thought it was a really cool looking graphic. It's almost like the Cobra graphic, if you know the Cobra, but it's kind of like got a devil on the side. It says Dark Angel. But when I flipped it over to see who made it, I was surprised. It says Mattel made it in 1976, and that was awesome. So now I'm on the hunt. I've been looking to find one of these out, and it's called a Power and Speed there on the back. And you can rev this up and then switch it into gears and stuff, evidently. So, very cool piece. And I don't know if these come out about the same time. If y'all remember this piece I didn't know a whole lot about, and this was from Mattel. But this one come out in '79 when I started looking. And there's supposed to be a white one of these. Now I've got a picture of it on one of my games that was from Italy. So if y'all come across a white one of these this size, or if you find one of these in the package from Mattel, let me know, because I'm interested in trying to find one of these. And I'm also interested in finding one of these with a good tampo on the side, just because I think that is really cool. And stuff like that is kind of neat, just to kind of put in the history of the Mattel stuff. Not that it's going to be super rare or anything, but or worth a ton of money. Just something, stuff that's different or whatever. Let's see what's going on over here in the chat, and then we'll get back into something else. It's amazing. Let's see. What's up? What's up? Yeah, everybody. Good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Big Ass Diecast. It's amazing how much history Hot Wheels has in it. Yeah, I'm trying to. If you know the channel much, I don't know, but trying to basically get at least everything from 1968 to 1990 on display. And then, of course, a lot of newer stuff I've also got try to get out and display also, and that kind of thing. So that's kind of fun. Yeah, I agree. It does look like a Ranger. Yeah, I'm thinking 70s too. Yeah, that was 76 on that one. So anyway, sorry, I'm just catching up with the chat. So anyway, I don't know how loud that is, but I can't hardly hear this thing running back here. And that's really cool. I can't wait to get that completely finished out. Then we'll do a tour on some of them. But anyway, we'll get back over here to this was some of the stuff that I pulled out. Oh yeah, I wanted to go over a couple things I found this week. Went out one day. We ended up finding walked in. They had this was sitting on the peg. So I went ahead and picked this up. I've got this one now. And of course, my dad, or actually my mom and dad ended up finding this, the super for it, this, and I've got the regular sitting somewhere for this one. So I guess now I just got to find the red one. And then we'll have them all up to date on the Ferraris. I just, like I said, I didn't think you'd find that in the store, and walked into Walmart and bunches of 2025 stuff they'd put out. So I don't know. And then this, I don't know if anybody collects the OBS trucks. I actually picked this one up, an extra one, because it's long card. These used to be short cards. So I picked up the long card version of the OBS truck. That's pretty cool. Then I walked in yesterday. We went to the doctor. By the way, update, Daddy's doing great. Everything's great. He's back home. And everything's went well. And he's up, moving. Everything's going. And he should be hopefully 100%. Well, close to 100% in less than 6 more weeks, which is awesome. But anyway, just an update. Meant to talk about that earlier, but I forgot. Oh, somebody says, Joe says the blue rider goes on the white bike. I appreciate it. When I found it, it was on the red bike. If you see the video, I hadn't put the video out yet, but if you see the video, he was on the red bike. I was pretty sure, I found this red bike a few times now, and it actually turns, so it'd be hard for me to believe. Not saying they wouldn't, but never seen this one with a rider. Not saying I didn't make it with a rider. And then this one, for some reason, being static, I just knew with it being blue almost that it just had to go on there. But what do I know? Anyway, just a instant. Then we'll go back to this. I found this yesterday. Went to Dollar General store, and they had put out their shipper, I guess, of their new cars. I looked at all the new cars. I don't collect any of them. I saw all the new cars there. I picked this up out of there. And then I also ended up picking up 2 more of the 83 Black Widows. The one at the back has the pink down on it, but Daddy looked at it before I even got a chance to, and he found an error on the 83 here. Try to get it to come up there. Let me see. I might have to turn this light on for a minute for this one. If y'all can get it in there or not. I don't know. Maybe not. Anyway, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but if you can see, the bottom one has 2 black chrome exhaust pipes, whatever. The top one only has 1. This one, whenever it got put together, paint was still wet, and it painted the whole back tail light. The bottom's still good. It just was whenever it put it together, it had too much black paint, and hard to show it on there, I know. But it painted the back tail exhaust. It's easy to see in person, but it's hard to see on here, so I apologize. But that was pretty cool to have that with the paint blob like we talked about. Nothing crazy, but still looking for these with the chrome base, and I'm looking for one with a black base. It's not a black, it's kind of like the one that they had on the purple one. Remember the purple Dollar General? And then I'm also looking for a melted front end, because this is one of the few that I don't have melted front end. I have seen pictures of them. They're on every one of them. That's what I've ended up picking up the last few days as far as out and about. A couple of questions also. Oh, yeah. So, let me see what that says. Congratulations on the Ferrari Super Treasure Hunt, bro. That's super. Love to have that in my collection. Yeah, actually, my mom and dad both found them. They've been finding all my supers lately. They found I found my last few supers. They found that one this year. They found that one. Let's see, they found both of these for me. Like I said, they go and set. They're a little bit out more looking than I am. They found both of them for me this last year. Of course, I collect 83s. Oh yeah, this was the base I was talking about, by the way. I'm not for sure how legit it is. I saw one with it. It's like a gray color. Remember that was on the purple one. Anyway, somebody said that was in the base. Saw a picture of it. Haven't seen one in person. But you never know what you're going to see out there, because you know I'm a collector of eras. So let's see who's all here. Let's see. I see some more people coming in. OBS truck's cool. They have a good casting. It's just wheels are not great. Yeah, they're perfect for wheel swaps. I've got a few castings of theirs, and this one right here is one of my favorites. And yeah, all you got to do is swap the wheels. The paint jobs are unbelievable. The details are great. They've got Chevrolets and everything written on the tailgates. Great detail. Other than the wheels, that's the only thing they're lacking to have a really nice truck. So a couple of things also I wanted to talk about this week. Not 100% sure who all does the. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of the Deal or No Deal sites on Facebook Marketplace. Um, I've seen something really cool this week go for sale. I just missed out on it. I was going to show it to you. I missed a call from somebody, I guess for my wife. She was probably telling me that you need to hurry up and get ready to go live. And she was right. Let me show you this picture if I can find it. I think I snapshotted it. I think I took a picture of it. I say I did, but I'm not 100% sure either. Oh, yeah, I did. So I think everybody kind of knows this casting. Sorry about the long wind up, but I'll promise you it's worth it if you're into Harris. Pepsi Challenger here, really awesome, come up on the Deal or No Deal. And the reason I'm going to mention it here is so that if anybody watches this and knows who got this car and they might be interested in getting rid of this car, let me know. But I have them right here, the three in my collection that I know that's just right here, because I went and checked these as soon as I seen this. And just because I knew it wasn't there, but check this out. This is a Tampo that's reversed on the underside. Now, how that happened, I have no clue to be a complete reverse. Because you think if it's set under there at all, it wouldn't be. Unless they stack the bodies close enough to where that went on there, which I don't see how that happened. But that was stamped underneath the bottom, and I just missed out on it. Actually, I bid 4 times on it. And then I fell asleep because I was waiting like 6 hours, never heard anything back. Fell asleep, and then when I woke up, somebody made a bid, and he sold it. And then, of course, you know how it is. It's gone at that point. So if any of y'all ever see that around and you find out who has it, if you let them holler at me if they want to get rid of it. Because stuff like that, I really like to have in my collection. It's the kind of stuff I really like. Anyway, sorry about the long wind up and pitch, but I know a lot of y'all know a lot of people that does Hot Wheels and maybe some does Eras. And just thought that was cool. So I wanted to show you that. Also, a couple other things while I'm in here. I went ahead and took pictures of them because I didn't pick them up. But I did want to take pictures of a couple things I thought was neat that I saw when I was out. And these were both at the Dollar General store. These are neck pillows. And that's the two that they had. They just put these out, and I noticed them. I don't know if y'all seen them or not. Just some new stuff that's out there that's odd that, 15, 20 years from now, it'll show up, and everybody be like, I don't even know where that comes from. But I thought that was cool, and they're $9. If they would have been $5 or less, I probably would have bought them. I wanted the Roger Dodger one, I think. That's pretty cool. But just letting you know some of the stuff I see as I go around, because y'all might be interested like I am. I think it's cool to see that odd stuff that's like not Hot Wheel related, but themed. Anyway, let me get back over on the chat now. I'm just going to show you a couple of those pictures. Thought that was neat. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Maybe I'm behind on the chat. Rolling Wheels. Hey, what's going on? Hi, everyone. I don't know if I was back that far. Have you picked up the Optimus Prime hauler on the trailer? If you have, you notice it's a different scale than the other one. Yeah, I have it somewhere. We talked about it back whenever I had done the, I don't remember which live I did it on. You remember whenever I did the unspun? This was the raw unspun. I actually had the unspun and I just took the raw base. And the only reason I wanted the Optimus Prime so much is because I have the real Optimus Prime. And when I was a kid, and I'm hoping I still got it because I used to have it. Of course, a lot of G1 Transformers I used to play with. But I thought the Optimus Prime was cool, so I got the unspun. And I got the raw of it, straight off the tree or whatever. And all I did was move that over. But no, I didn't get the, I have the hauler you're talking about, and it is a whole lot smaller. Now, where it's at right this second, I'm not 100% sure because I did move it a couple days ago. I remember moving it, but I don't know where I ended up laying it. Sorry. That's beside the point. Let me go back over here to the chat now. Found the red Ferrari, now the red and yellow. Are you going to open the Ferrari? Probably not. I probably won't. I don't collect that casting. The only reason I have it's because Mom and Daddy found it, and I don't collect that casting, so I'm not 100% sure yet. But I do keep, I've been keeping the supers and stuff, so I don't know what we're gonna do yet with that one. What's going on, Forrest? I didn't realize you had got here. I apologize. Sorry I'm behind. I don't have my earbud in today, so I don't know how the talking stuff's going. I'm just talking, and it's like I like listening to myself sometimes talk, I guess. Joe says Mod Rod was a regular name. They renamed it Silver Streak when reissued in a variant as part of the Roman numeral set. The Mod Rod has a number 1 on the bottom, where your car has the Roman numeral. But oh, okay, awesome. I appreciate that, Joe. See, I don't know a lot about them. I've just never seen that casting before, and I've been, going to as many car shows and Hot Wheel shows and whatnot. I don't really pay attention to Matchboxes much, but whenever they're, super chrome like that, it kind of pops out. And being an odd casting like that, kind of just popped out. So I appreciate all that information because it's always fun to learn something new. And I didn't know. Uh, let's see what the name, are the temples, are the temples put on before the bodies are assembled to the chassis? Um, no, they actually sit on a nest um, whenever they put the tampos on. Uh, Trying to remember what I did with it. I had a nest sitting out just earlier. I just moved it. I don't remember where I put it. Maybe it's over here. Uh, yeah, here it is. Let me show you. Remember the nest? I think I showed you these before. Um, this is how they'll paint it and tampo it. You see all the different colors and stuff there. They'll kind of like sit on there after it paints, and then this will come across after they get done painting. You'll see the colors there. It just pops onto here, and it comes down the line, and then they'll put the tampos straight onto this casting as it goes down the line. It'll stop, boom, hit a casting, go down, boom, I hit another. I think they're up to 3 colors what they do on main lines. If I remember them saying it right, I think they said they did 3 colors. They can do like 3 colors on main lines pretty easy, and up to 5 colors on some of the premiums if I understood them right. But I might be saying it wrong. But this is what they put the tampos on with, and kind of a fun fact. Oh, let me grab something real quick. Um, Let me see. I can't remember what I was coming over here for. 100%. What was I coming over here for? Oh yeah. The next. Sorry about that. Well, I've got to find it now. I thought I had it. Now here we can get to it pretty easy. I apologize. I thought I had an arrow that. Oh, here's one. Or this was the arrow I wanted to show you. Matter of fact, um, to show you how some arrows happen. I would. I might do an updated video on showing you how some of these errors happen. I apologize, but you see the side of that truck there. There's 2 arrows going on with that truck, but one arrow calls the other arrow, and that's why. Um, y'all know this truck, I'm sure. Any of y'all that collects that casting probably knows that truck anyway. Um, This is the camouflaged 83 Silverado, and if you look there on the side, you see the whole tempo's going down. And if you look at the front wheel, you can see there's a big old, some of the metal burr. That metal burr is actually the slag left over. Let me show you. Like, see how this bus here, they didn't get all the metal slag, this is a complete, this is how it goes off, this is how they mold the cars. Well, after they get them molding, then they go through a shaker process, and it'll shake and break off all those little pieces. Well, if that piece don't get broke off, it'll get painted on the car. I've got a few of those pieces like that we've talked about before. But so what has happened is that on this truck, that piece on the front there didn't get completely broke off. So that's where, let's get back over here to this piece. Well, this piece here, you can see this, they like got a little ball bearing set in the side of these, and like this will go down. Well, if this goes down, it doesn't get completely, see what happened? If that goes down, doesn't go down right, that's how that tempo gets done like that. And if you look at all these regular trucks, you'll probably find that error on every one of them. I've got it on just about every main line that I have has this error on it. Just letting you know they're out there. And it's just because whenever they went to go snap on there, those two little buttons, some of them get hung like that. And the main reason this one did is because you can see the weld slag on there. So maybe do a video on how some of the errors happen, but I've got quite a few errors. Of course, collect the 83 is pretty heavy, and a 55. And of course I collect this casting. That's the main reason. It's the only nest I have, and I'm excited to have this one. I'd like to have an 83 nest, and I'd like to have a gasser nest, but you know, it is what it is. Anyway, long story short, that's how that happened, and that's how they put the tampon on. Sorry about that. Let me get back over here and see where we're at. Hate to go out on a tangent. The Optimus Prime hauler will pull apart with enough pry and then drill out the single cab and compare them. It looks pretty good. Okay, that's cool. I saw a new hauler this weekend too. Y'all probably already seen it. It looked like a Volkswagen Beetle front end. It was white. I thought it was neat, but I didn't want to pay $750 for it. I just thought it was cool though. Are all the haulers in the run the same? I pulled apart the white Optimus hauler also and mixed and matched. That's cool. I've only purchased the Transformer haulers. Yeah, me too. I've got some haulers of my other haulers are mostly I collected the Volkswagen, what are they called? Little Volkswagen bus hauler thing. I've got them. I've actually collected them, all the colors. Got lucky over the past couple of days and picked up the 83s and extra large. I want to find some of those. I hadn't found one yet. So that's a piece I would like to get because for the 83 collection. Okay, because I only got the Rally Porsche, but I hadn't opened it yet. Wondering if all came apart and could change trailer. That's cool. Yeah, I saw that those Porsches out this weekend too. Those are neat. The new color or whatever. So anyway, let me move these out of the way. So I went ahead and pulled down these. But anyway, if y'all know anybody that's got that other car, but I looked under each one of these. None of these have it, and this one is one missing the tampo. It's a little bit harder to find than the one with the snake tampo. But that one's a straight version. So how in the world did it get printed backwards underneath? It don't make sense to me. Well, maybe it's wet and it got under there, but I mean, it's raised enough that you probably couldn't get under there. So I was just kind of crazy that I laid them out because I wanted to look at those. And I thought, well, we'll talk about it while I'm here. That'll remind me to talk about it, which is pretty cool. I grabbed those VW haulers also. That's cool. Yeah, I thought they were neat looking. I didn't grab that one yet. I've slowed down on collecting the Volkswagen Buzz and Bugs, just like we talked about. I think we talked about them last weekend. I've got a few right here. All these are bugs I got to get through. I think I'm going to keep like 1, 2 bugs past 1990, and then the rest of them I'm going to get rid of. And then same thing with all the custom Volkswagens. I'm going to keep the cool combis and the T2s, the cool combis, and maybe the drag buses. And that's probably the Volkswagens that I'll probably end up keeping. I did find the Rodson looking around. I don't know why that one popped out. I had one loose, and I think they said 2 or something as like on sale, and I bought 1 and they sent 2. And so I had one loose. I ended up getting rid of it because I don't collect it, and I don't know why I got that one. But that'll be something else that I can put in the trade around pile. Anyway, let me get back around here and we'll go through the rest of this stuff I pulled out and the question that I had just about a couple things. And the one thing that was asked about for the Snake and Mongoose piece. So So anyway, I'm caught up on the chat. Sorry, I'm just kind of like trying to not be all over the place as much, but I am still all over the place. Going through some stuff, I found another blue hot bird when I was going through another box, which is cool. So I've got to take a look at it compared to the other two back here and see if there's a variation as far as, I know there's a variation, but see if there's a variation between these three, between the three hot birds here in blue. All three Hong Kong bases, all three 77s. All's got the big R's on them. So it looks like all the bases are the same. It looks like the only difference really is there's a little bit of difference in the blue. So anyway, I will take a closer look at them, but I thought that was cool. I've been looking for hot birds to get back all the hot birds in the collection. So that's the third blue one in the collection, but we'll see. Like I said, I only keep it if it's a variation. If it's not a variation, it'll be obviously easily. Blues are easy. Everybody looks for blue. So anyway. Oh yeah. Then one thing I thought I will go over it real quick so that I won't lose everybody when I go over this shell promo stuff I get. The person that asked about one of the rarest Hot Wheel Snake and Mongoose piece is what I call in my collection. This is what I was asked. I was basically asked, what is the rarest Snake and Mongoose piece you have in your collection? The poster would be pretty rare, but it's out there. I mean, a lot of stuff's out there. You'll find stuff. You look enough, hard enough, years enough, you'll probably find most of what you're looking for. But this piece right here, I think, is probably up there on the list of some of the rarest pieces that you'll ever find as far as Snake and Mongoose pieces go. And I hate that but I'm trying to show this to you. I hate that the package messed up, but got everything to this one along with the wheels and everything on this. I'm going to try to show this to you without it falling. It might be easier to pick it up without the cars on it. So the plastic's messed up, obviously, but check this out. This is all original. The Mongoose and Snake drag pack, and the plastic was busted. So whenever I put this on display, I'll lay it flat, and I'll put the whole complete set together because it's the full set. It just when it got shipped, the plastic is messed up. So the best you can do, this is the way it set in the package. And this was, to me, the rarest Snake and Mongoose piece that I have in my collection. I don't know what you cost for one of those pieces nowadays. But I actually got an empty pack too. This was one that I bought off the internet. This is actual. I wanted it for the back because that's what's on the back of the of this pack. I'm gonna bring these up here real close so y'all can see. I said these haven't been played with or nothing. This is just the way it come on the package, like this. And if y'all know much about Snake and Mongoose original stuff, this is probably one of the holy grails, or what they call it, the grails of the Snake and Mongoose stuff. Here's the back of my other package. Matter of fact, the front was so good, I like the back. So when I display it, I'll have this one laying with the cars on it. I'll probably have it in my other display and then put the cars in front of it. And that is super cool, something you hardly ever see. I don't really know what to tell you on the price on one if you're hunting. Try to see if you can see that price tag there. $2. At Fred Meyer's low price, $2. 29 cents back in the day when we wish we could have went back and bought a whole case and a shipper. But anyway, So that is, I haven't got this out yet, so it stays in this box. It's all foam protected. Um, these pieces stay in the box because I don't want them to get messed up. I don't want other cars to be touched and played with. Um, the stickers are too fragile. The little wheelie bars on the back, believe it or not, those right there are super hard to come by. So anyway, I thought I would show you that. Somebody had actually asked what's the rarest snake and mongoose piece in my collection. I would say number wise that's out there that probably my big original poster that went out in front of Snake and Mongoose whenever they released the movie. It's like, I don't know how big it is, like 12 foot long or whatever over there. Or however big it is, 10 foot, 12 foot. That was probably rare because I think there's only 8 or 10 of those made. But this one, I don't know how many's out there. I've seen like 2 in person besides this one. And I just got lucky and got a hold of that. And I've had it for a while. And somebody was asking, so I thought I'd tell you. Stuff like that. It's just cool. I just like to have the packaging. Even if they are messed up, still nice to have a packaging like that so you can really show it. Yeah, the card's hard to find. Really tough piece. So I'm just glad that I actually found one. Somebody was just selling an empty card. I think I gave $10 for the empty card one off eBay. And I ended up buying the set of the full set of both cars and everything on the card for $100. So got lucky. And that's just the way it is sometimes, you know. That's super cool. I saw that the other day on eBay, I think, and I'd never seen it before. Oh, cool. So there's one on eBay right now then. That's cool. I have a crappy mongoose, no snake. Yeah, I've got, I don't think I've got both wheel variations on both. I think I'm missing one clear wheel on one of them. And then, of course, the dragster, the other metal dragsters, I'm missing the wheels on it too. Not that I had to have it or nothing, but you know, it's kind of cool if you did have it. Um, um, Pretty slow go. Speed it up. Sorry about that, people that saying it's slow. That's just the way it is sometimes on the channel. So I apologize for being slow, but anyway, that's another thing that somebody had asked about. So anyway, we'll go on over here to um, the last thing I got to go over is these cars here, and then um, somebody was asking about serial cars. Well, these were the type of cars that come in serials back in the day. Um, this one would come in serial, but this one actually, I believe this was a McDonald's one here. And but anyway, somebody was asking about shell cars. And another question I was trying to tell you about this one the other day. I was telling you I've had a lot of these signed by Larry back in the day. That's my favorite one to get signed because of the way that it shows up, and that was one of his favorite. So very cool. So I got that signed, and this is the way they come in. It's a shell promo. I've actually got the sign for this up in the shop. I need to. I'm actually going to pull that down and bring it in down here to the basement so y'all can see them. But I've got the shell promo sign. It's a plastic sign, kind of like it's actually made out of the same stuff I think this one's made out of. It's like a thick plastic, like you know, like it's thin. It's a little yellow, you know, because of the way they made plastic back in the day. But kind of like that. But it's a shell promo sign. It shows all the different cars that was available at Shell at that time. But it's a real one. It ain't you know, one of the reproduction ones. But anyway, that's what them come in. So every time I find them, I was buying them so I could get them signed. Like the cool little gift and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those. I pull those, and then if I get a chance, next time I see Larry, I'll get one signed, and I may end up trying to see if I can get one into our giveaway. So anyway, that's a shell. And then, of course, this was one of the shells. It was, you see the shell written there on the front, got the shell promo on the side. And then this was another shell come out at the time. Anyway, that's the baggy cars for shell. Then there was some Gulf cars. Let's see what it says over here. Yeah, just look, they're still 1,500. Okay. Keep it up. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's all water damage and the package is rough. Yeah, some of the packages are rough. The ones I've always seen have mostly been crumpled and the plastics are really bad. That one, the one card is really, really nice. The backside's not too bad on the other one, but the plastic's off, but the card's pretty nice, so I'm not complaining. Just to have something like that in the collection is, I'm not complaining. Um, oh, here's another one. I'm not 100% sure if that was a serial card or not, but y'all remember the Oscar Mayer uh, Wintermobile, but it was in the baggie there, so I'm pretty sure that was going to be a serial car from back in the day. And then there was some 76. I remember when 76 was doing them. That's one of the trucks there. Then there was some golf sets. Somebody had asked before about this, and this was just reminded me. Somebody had asked me about the blimps back in the day. I'm sure some of y'all that's been to the channel a lot remembers. But if you look at the blimp there, you know, this was a Gulf one. The back of the blimp, this is not open, but the back of the blimp right there, you can turn it. Somebody was asking how the blimp worked. You can turn it, see them switch it halfway. There's nothing on there. And then you can keep going. See if I can get this to turn on around. And it's going to lock in. You're going to see a Hot Wheels symbol. Then you're going to flop in to a gray, and then it's going to flop around back again to your Gulf. So your actual tail fin there turns and it changes your names and stuff. That's why you'll see the arrows with nothing on them, or you'll see some with a half and half on some of the like treasure hunts and stuff that come out over the years. That's why, because they get turned whenever they were making them. So anyway, that was a Gulf. You don't see this one that often in Gulf, so kind of neat to see that one. Here's the 57 T-Bird in the Gulf set, and here's the tanker there. I think this is it the Peterbilt tanker? Which one was this one? I'm trying to remember. I think this was the Peterbilt tanker. Anyway, that's the Gulf of that. So all y'all Gulf collectors, y'all go back and y'all find some of these stuff to go with your Gulf card. Pretty cool. And I think there's one or two more in the set. I think I've got one or two more that goes with that set. But anyway, that's all. That's how the baggy card, you know, they come in. Some stuff will come in cereal. Some stuff be like you got to purchase X amount of things, and for 69 cents or whatever, you can get a car. And then some things will be like in cereal. And I'm pretty sure that this was one of the McDonald's. See if it says it on there. In 1983, remember there was an 83 set of McDonald's cars that come out. I can't remember. This may be one of those. But anyway. So that's pretty much some of the stuff that I kind of got out, kind of stuff to go over. Glad the case is turning. I'm glad it's not too loud. I don't think it's too loud anyway. I can hear it turning back. I was going to also mention one thing I was working on or using. These right here. Any of y'all that have cases, this is the cheapest thing that I've found that works really good for keeping the Hot Wheels still. These is at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. But I just put one of these little pieces under each car. It comes like 3 sets in a thing. And I've been putting them under these cars, keep them from moving. They've been working great. And that way the car really don't have to touch the ground as much if you don't want. Because some of these red line cars, you know, we're traveling stuff over the time will kind of like the suspension. You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of put them under it, keep them from moving. I didn't even take the sticky off the back. I just kept the sticky part down and the felt part up, and it worked out perfect. So anyway, just a FYI, this is what I found. Now, if y'all got anything that's better, y'all let me know. But I thought that was cool because you know, you ain't got to worry about your car getting messed up, and you ain't got to worry about like sticking that to anything. Nothing's moved yet. I've had these moving for most last 2 days. So anyway, that was at the $1.25 tree. If you're doing some cars and you don't want to move around, the back of these, like I said, they just rip off. They're sticky on the back if you like to stick them down. I didn't have to stick them. Like I said, the weight of the car and then that felt, perfect. Just a FYI, just a little tip. Like I said, if y'all got a better idea, y'all can let me know. This was just cheap, easy, fast, and it looks good because they're pretty much covered completely by the cars. But anyway, I guess that's pretty much it, unless y'all got anything else. If there's anything y'all want to talk about for next week, y'all let me know. Oh, cool. He said he uses sticky crap today. That's cool. Yeah. I've seen a lot of people using that, matter of fact, and I looked into some of that. I just was wondering, what does that will do anything to the bottom of the red lines as far as miscoloring or anything, oxidization? I don't really know. That's the only reason I was wondering. I mean, I'm sure it may not mess with anything. I mean, I don't know much about that stuff, but that's awesome. Y'all, I'll have to look into that a little bit closer. I was wondering what was using that case. Oh yeah, I bet they would work great on the track bottom. Work great on the track bottom. Sorry, maybe I misunderstood what you're saying. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. I haven't ever used it. That's why I was curious. But it sounds like perfect. If it works good. I haven't tried it. I kind of was wondering about it because I've heard a lot of people talking about it. Because I was kind of curious because my other black case and my other case over there was all flat. These is flat, but with it moving, you kind of want to kind of secure your red lines because they're so easy to roll, it seems like. So anyway, that's what I ended up finding. But that's cool. I'll definitely look into that a little bit more about the putty. So, as far as I'm not 100% sure what the track bottoms are, unless you're talking about like the orange track, kind of like what I got over here, maybe. Like well, y'all know, I'll try to move this over. Y'all remember where I made that up there with those orange tracks? Maybe that's what you're talking about. Oh, tracks for the grandkids. Oh, yeah. I was thinking about doing orange track. Matter of fact, in each one of these, I was thinking about cutting small pieces. Not 100% sure that I won't still, just because I think it would look cool. But then after I got them in here, I was thinking, kind of neat to be able to see the red lines and the whole sides and stuff, especially on the stickered stuff. So anyway, yeah, I'll check that out, man. I appreciate it. I'll write that down right now. Matter of fact, um, called Alkaline Brand. Cool. Appreciate it. Thanks. Museum putty. They use it for holding statues in place. Awesome. Yeah, it's probably the same exact stuff. That's cool. Yeah, I'll check that out. Yeah, that's what I've been using because it was quick and easy. And I literally did most of this the last day and a half or so. Well, most of this. Putting the cars over I did mostly today. I've been cleaning on it for probably 2 days. And deciding which lights I'm going to go with. I'm going to change those lights out. To some, those get really warm and I don't like how warm they get. So, doesn't leave it there. Yeah, that's cool. I'm gonna do some checking on it. Got that broke down over here in the book. And we will definitely look into that. That's cool. Um, so like I said, I'm gonna finish this case. I've got a few more cases. Got another case I've got to finish at the shop, bring down. I'm gonna have some stuff in. It was a big knife case. I'll have hopefully the motor for this case in this week. I'm gonna start working on this other case. And for y'all, you know what I'm talking about. This one over here. I'm guessing y'all know what I'm saying. But anyway, I'm gonna be working back on this case and try to get it done. But mainly I can get through some red lines right now. It's going to be basically the Sweet 16 will end up through most of this and then on into, I'll start, of course, the Beanie Bandits up top. There's my Beanie Bandit stuff. I'm slowly getting that stuff going through. All them are beatniks, the first 3 rows. Left some room for expansion on them because I've got a few more. I may end up having to drop another whole row of them. And then after the 4th row, I'll probably start the Sweet 16. So I'm pretty sure that this will pretty much be the Sweet 16 case, and it'll start 69 into the 1968, then into 69, and we'll go from there. And then we'll see what case we go from there with into. I'm not 100% sure yet what case I'm going to use. Don't ever use that stuff you can buy in the roll, put on shelves in the drawers. It's like rubbery grid. It reacted with the wheels on the red lines and left marks. Ooh, I hate, yeah. Some plastic will do that too. Like if you on the probably real riders, if you leave your real riders on this stuff touching on plastic a long time, it'll leave little spots and stuff. Yeah, I know what you're talking about there. I took all of my old track, different colors, flame stripes, the ones with bad end, cut off and made shelves. That's cool. Yeah, that is really cool. I've actually got a whole collection of different tracks from over the years, just anything odd that was Hot Wheels or Mattel branded Hot Wheels that's different. And I was actually got a going to take a basically a frame, and I want to stack them like from 68. Try to figure out which one that each goes to, because you got like 68 stuff and 69. Like the bright orange, and there was like a more dull orange. Then it went into the you've got like the red, white, and blue sets, and then you get on through, and then you got like the ones with words on it and that kind of stuff. So I thought that was cool. I've been picking that kind of stuff over the years. I think it's cool too. Uh, so anyway, well, oh, one last question. I'll let y'all get out of here. Just a question for y'all since you're here. Thought it was cool. So y'all probably all know that I collect the cars. I mean the cars from whenever I watched TV shows back in the day. Well, anyway, kind of interesting. Had got 3 of these trucks. So this is the Fall Guy, what I call the Fall Guy Colt Seaver truck. So I found this one just not too long ago. I think I showed it on there. Basically, this side didn't have Colt written on it, so I started wondering. I'm like, all right, so I'm on a mission to try to find these where I have them around the place. Well, then I found this one. Of course, let me show you the Colt there. Of course, the same sticker, different base codes. Not sure what the difference in that was on them, but different base code. But definitely a different color on the side stripes. Thought that was neat. But then both of these, I don't know if you can see that. This one doesn't have Colt written on it, and this one didn't have Colt written on it. And you can see the doors where somebody's really played with this one. But you can see the Colt on this one. Then I picked up this one that I had. And this one don't have any brown stripes at all on either side. It is played with condition, but I think it's odd. I'm going to say that it's probably didn't ever have the stripes, because that's a lot gone. But I could be wrong. Didn't find any remnants on it. But anyway, is all of them only have Colt written on one side? Because I don't know. I hadn't been able to see them. And I'm guessing it's the only side we ever see in the package, I'm guessing. I can't remember. And then this one's missing all the way. I know it's played with. So anyway, just a question. Thought some of y'all are more experts on these odd stuff than I am. I just thought it was cool. Don't know if it's an error or not, but I'm excited about it, and it's kind of like a variation. So anyway, sorry about that. Just let me read this again. That's cool. Yeah, Chris said good to know. Yeah. So anyway, that's pretty much what I've got to go over to today. I don't know about what shows are going on this weekend. Y'all may know some shows going on this weekend. I think there's one coming up called the Icebreakers. Oh, something else that they released too is that just because I want to put it up there, I just let y'all know that Mayhem auction is supposed to be coming to Nashville, and there's the dates and stuff on it. Pretty cool. September. So Mayhem's coming to Nashville in September, so that's kind of like something I want to put on my list. Yeah, because I got a chance to go to Mayhem not too long ago, and it was awesome. So, but anyway, there's a Icebreaker car show coming up, I think this weekend. And then there's also, no, I don't know of any other shows this weekend unless y'all know of some shows. That's the only show I know of. I think it's coming up this weekend, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, well, I haven't got a chance to go to a lot of car shows and, Hot Wheel shows and stuff in the last few weeks. So I'll be looking to go to them pretty coming up soon. I know I think May the 2nd, there's one in Kentucky. I'll try to get the flyers and stuff up so you can see it. But I appreciate everybody coming and seeing me. I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping it up here. If there's anything else you want to know more about or see more, put in the comments. I should have a video coming out hopefully later this week. Not 100% sure what day. Sorry that we moved this to tonight, but it couldn't be helped. But anyway, we are good, and I appreciate everybody coming back and seeing me. Carl says there's a show in Anderson, South Carolina. There you go. I didn't know. That's awesome. So anyway, Anderson, South Carolina is a show, and I think there's this is a swap meet going on. in somewhere around Nashville. I have to find out the details, but if you are interested, I'll try to find the information out, and you can just Instagram me, and I'll shoot it on there or whatever. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. I appreciate y'all coming back and seeing me. If there's anything y'all want to know more about, just put it in one of the comments or message me, and I'll be more than happy to try to pull it out, or we'll talk about it. But I hope to catch you on the next one. Hope to see you next Tuesday. I hope everything's good and I can do it next Tuesday. And then we'll see. I might do a premiere on my show, so if y'all get the chance to do that, that'd be awesome. But anyway, appreciate it. We'll go ahead and let y'all go, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.